What's up, guys? You're with Enduro Bandit here on the Enduro Bandit channel. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be doing commentary on this video. It'll be a compilation of clips from the end of our Bear Creek trail adventure. Things kept going wrong that day from this point on, and it just kept compiling, and we'd been riding since 11:30 in the morning, and the whole shebang ended at about 11 o'clock at night. So I'm going to be filling in the gaps here. I got some clips spread out throughout the evening and night, so I'll just get you caught up to the point where the video is actually at. So my girlfriend and I, we took a break. We'd been having a great day riding. It was about 3:45 p.m. We were at a little intersection where there was a very tempting looking trail there, but we knew the one we were on was going back to the parking lot because it had an arrow that said parking lot on it. We didn't know how far, but we figured we had enough time and gas because there's still plenty of daylight left, and so we had enough energy, so we went for it. And that was mostly my decision, my bad, but anyway, how bad could it be, right? And so after 20 minutes, we'd had our fill, and we had looped onto a trail we'd been on earlier, and we were just cruising through that trail, but we didn't realize how far it really was going to be to go, even though we were just cruising. But yeah, props to my girlfriend Jessica, because she was just tearing up the single track, her first day on single track, and she was just shredding it. We'd already passed a whole bunch of people that had been riding much longer than her, but yeah, she was impressing everybody. So she did this hill climb that I'm doing right now earlier in the day, no problem. Yeah, really progressing fast. But anyway, back to the story. So I'll get you caught up here. We came up to this road, and we were getting pretty low on gas, so it said 1K. There was a 1K marker on the road right nearby, so we're like, hey, that must be close to where the parking lot is, so let's just go down the main road. So we started going down the road, and suddenly there was a 12K marker instead. It was just, we hadn't seen anything, just the typical forest on either side. And so whatever, we kept going because we couldn't afford to go back on single track now in case my bike or her bike ran out of gas. But so yeah, we kept going and going, as you see, and yeah, little did we know, we were actually quite far from the parking lot, and we had no idea where we were because we didn't know, barely any of these roads are labeled even on the maps, so you can't tell where you are on the roads because it's just a labyrinth. And there you see, I just ran out of gas, and this is when I realized, we gotta sharpen up here. We're gonna get stranded out here for night. We hadn't seen a person
I'm out of gas
since midday. And
oh, we're so close, frick.
Yeah, see, we thought we were close, and it felt like we were close because we were starting to see signs of campground nearby or whatever, but we weren't actually close.
Frick.
But it had been a good day riding, but we were really tired. Jessica was exhausted because we'd done a bunch of intermediate trails to try and take a shortcut to the road, and back to the parking lot, because we found an intermediate riding trail, single track, that said parking lot on it, but that one just went on for on and on and on until she couldn't ride it any longer, and we were both getting worn out. I was out of water, but anyway, I'm still glad we went on the road because my bike ran out of gas, my little GIO. So I coasted the bike down, as you see, in neutral slowly. I just had it on fast forward. We made it to this unfamiliar campground that had one trailer in it. Nobody there. We checked out the trailer later. There was nobody there, which is kind of weird that we hadn't seen this campground. And then I scouted a little bit on her bike, and that sign, I had seen an identical sign with almost identical intersection. It looked just like an intersection we'd passed with the truck earlier that day. So it had us fooled, and we kept scouting because we figured,
Hang on.
this is where the parking lot must be up from here.
Hang on,
it's the main road going off. But anyway, so we both got on her bike. We ditched my bike. I pulled the key out.
I don't know which way this is, but
We're starting to get I'm starting to get a little hangry here, obviously.
okay, we'll check your phone then.
But yeah, she's got GPS on now, and that thing is leading us on a freaking goose
Are we going
chase.
the right way?
Like, check this out.
Are you sure you know where we're going?
It's literally leading us up the mountain on a loop.
What are we doing?
Around the roads.
Looks like we're going a loop, but
Wait.
it's like right there. It's showing.
Wait, what? Okay.
Like that's what it's showing you. Towards Lake Maine.
It made no sense to me,
Showing to keep
and I didn't trust it.
We'll just keep going then. I don't trust it at all, honestly.
See, there you go.
Okay, hang on. You got your phone in your backpack?
But we had no clue where to go, so we're just gonna keep on chugging along with the TTR230 here, and maybe we'll see some more familiar signs. But in reality, we were in a way different area that we hadn't been in, even though there was a campground and an identical intersection with an identical sign in the area where the parking lot was. So that was really misleading for us. But anyway, this bike ended up hitting reserve shortly after the GoPro battery died. But we did find a distinct area with a dead end, some hairpin turns. I was able to find it on the map where that road was, because it was just a labyrinth. And so we made our way back to the parking lot, which was actually way further down the mountain. Drove the truck back up the mountain to go get my bike. Jessica was following me. The truck sputtered out, and I was like in disbelief. I was just like, this can't be happening. Like, the truck's breaking down now too? Like, no way. So Jessica just looked at me like, oh, he's letting me pass, and she kept going. So I banged on the steering wheel to honk the horn, and in that moment I also realized the horn didn't work on the truck. Because this truck's just been non-stop problems for me. It was a basket case when I bought it, but I'm working through the problems, and hopefully I get it reliable soon. But anyway, in this video you saw me trying to start it one last time.
2 Jeeps just rescuing a Toyota, nothing big.
Yeah, these 2 Jeeps, 3 people were coming down after a long day of off-roading. They offered to tow us down the mountain, so they had to tow my truck right around a U-turn. They had to first put it in the ditch, then, turn it around because we were actually pointed the wrong way. But yeah, so they thankfully saved our bacon, and they're all set up for it. So, but how we got my bike to the truck before they came along was actually, we took Jessica's bike from my truck to my bike, which was about 1 kilometer away, and then we actually linked arms and both one-handed it. Like, she towed me back with our arms as like the rope, which was a little bit painful for our arms. Anyway, she actually did really good, especially considering it's her first season riding. She was able to control the throttle and do it one-handed back to the truck, and so we made it. I was really hungry. She was exhausted from riding hard and long on single track on her first day on single track. And so yeah, we were out of cell service here on the mountain, but when we got down, we had cell service. We were able to call BCAA. They came to pick up my truck. Her dad came to pick up the bikes to bring to her place and bring me to their place, so that then my girlfriend drove me all the way home to my place, which is like 1 hour and 15 away, so that I could wake up like 4 hours later the next morning for work. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, I had to get up really early for work because early shift. So yeah, here's some pictures, and I hope you guys enjoyed the story. In the end, we all made it out fine. The truck got fixed. It was just a wire came off the fuel pump, but they had to pull the gas tank to get that dealt with.